I was at Walmart the other day and went into the electronics section, and while I was looking at the smartphones, I noticed that these 4 smartphones here were all under $30. As I was looking through these, I asked myself the question, are these worth it? I did not have the answer to that question, so I decided to buy them all. And in this video, I'm going to go through each of these smartphones to answer that question if they're worth it, and then in the end, I'm going to tell you which smartphone is the best. And we're going to have some fun. Now, as you can see here, I got 2 phones for $29.88 each on this receipt, and then on the second receipt, I got one for $24.88 and the other for $29.88. I'm unsure why, but the cashier made me purchase 2 at a time. I could not buy all 4 at once. I'm unsure why that policy exists, but if you work at Walmart and know why, you should comment below. Thanks. So this one here cost me $24.88. That's the Blue View 5. This one cost $29.88, and that's a blue flip phone, which is pretty sweet. This one also cost $29.88, and this one also cost $29.88. So they're all about the same price and all under $30, but we're gonna start with this one here. Also, if you get to the end of this video and you enjoyed it, I'd recommend you subscribe to the channel, join the Discord server, which is in the description and in the pinned comment, or consider becoming a channel member today. All the details are in the description. This one's called a Boost Bounce. Now, while I'm opening this, just some information on how Boost Mobile works is they have 3 unlimited plans starting at $25, $50, and $60 a month. So these things you see that look like gift cards, they're not cell phone plans for Boost Mobile. You essentially buy these and add them to your balance on your Boost Mobile account. Now, my first impressions on the phone, it looks like it's come from AliExpress or a gumball machine. That being said, I have no idea how these can be manufactured and sold for under $30. It comes with a user manual. I should try reading one of these someday. And my favorite part, a removable battery. I think I'm in love. Oh my goodness. All right, removing the flesh from the smartphone, it looks like a very standardized smartphone. But for $30, if this thing makes calls and can browse the internet and take photos, I think it's going to be worth it. As for Boost Mobile, that's going to be a major differentiator because I've never used the service before, but I know that they use T-Mobile cell towers. Here's for the best part. All right, let's turn this thing on and see what... Bounce. Wait, what is bounce? And the home screen reminds me of cotton candy and gumballs. Just a first impression there. Other thing to note is I have not installed anything, just started up the phone. And it's used 12 gigabytes of the 32 gigabytes of internal storage. It's not running the latest and greatest Android. It is running Android 12, and we're currently on Android 14, but still this does the job. The back camera is 13 megapixels, and the front camera is a whopping 8 megapixels. And to be quite honest with you guys, the photos are looking pretty good. I didn't upload them to the video to show you guys, but to the naked eye, these look really great. Now, the ringtones. The ringtones are interesting. The ringtones, yeah. Now, I did try to install Call of Duty Mobile, but it just kept crashing and would never fully install. So instead, I decided to install this game. And if any of you know the title of this game, please comment below. Oh, do I love this game. I hope some of you know the name of this. Please comment below. I mean, for $29 a month, not horrible. I've never had an experience with Boost Mobile, so you guys will have to let me know if Boost Mobile is worth it, but they do have a month-to-month plan with no contract, so I would say it's worth it if you need a $30 phone. Okay, so let's move on to the Blue Flex, and this is a proper flip phone. I wouldn't say it's a dumb phone for reasons I'm about to explain, but it's got a few features I really like a removable battery. How weird is that? That's a feature in 2024. Now, this flip phone is locked to a carrier called Family Mobile. Family Mobile has unlimited plans, which are $49 for a single line or $74.76 for 2 lines for truly unlimited service. Personally, I pay $120 for 2 lines at T-Mobile for truly unlimited for my wife and I, so maybe we should switch to Family Mobile. Getting back to the flip phone, I like that this thing is low profile and it's a nice compact flip phone. Man, have I ever told you guys that I used a flip phone until I was 22 years old? Blue. I'm actually starting to really like this brand. Be sure to stay tuned and I'll tell you why. But this isn't really a dumb phone because it's got a pretty good amount of applications as well as web browsing, email, some games, YouTube, which I'm about to show you, as well as a few other cool features. So it's not technically a dumb phone, but it would definitely help you to decrease your screen time if you were looking to do that. Now, it does have a few mind-numbing games that I preferably would have rather not played at all because they're so horribly made. but they're there, and I'm sure you can use this while dropping a deuce or something. The outside nor the interior LCD are a touchscreen, but don't worry, it's got a fantastic camera. A whopping 5 megapixels, but hey, it gets the job done. And you can zoom in to see the high detail in your nose hairs, which is always a plus. Now, one of the downsides of this is it does not have 5G, but then again, 5G has been a bit of a failure anyway, so who cares? It's got YouTube. Now, I was trying to search Johnzoid, but I just searched Johns, Johnz, and found this random video that I'm showing you guys now, just to show you that, yeah, this thing can play YouTube. Not amazingly, but it can play YouTube. It looks sort of silly while you scroll through YouTube on a flip phone. I also wish this thing had a proper Play Store, but it runs off of its own operating system called KaiOS. And KaiOS actually has a feature for Find My Phone, but I would rather just lose my phone and not have to find it if it's only 30 bucks. Also trying to use Maps here, but I failed to use it correctly because I'm just not familiar with it, but it has a Maps function. So to answer the question, is the Blue Flex flip phone worth it? Well, if you're a flip phone McGee and you're into flip phones, like myself, and you need a $30 phone with a cheap phone plan, I'd say heck yeah, brother, this thing is worth it. No, seriously, it's a good deal. Now, on to the next phone is a BlueView 5, which I recently rated as one of the best smartphones that you get from Family Dollar. But guess what? Family Dollar sells these for $29.99, and I got this one from Walmart for $24. So if you're looking for a really good deal and okay with Family Mobile's phone plans, then hey, you can save a few bucks and go to Walmart, dude. If you're enjoying the video up to this point, I highly recommend subscribing to the channel, joining the Discord, which I included in the description and in the pinned comment, and consider becoming a channel member today, which includes at all levels a YouTube member-only channel on my Discord. Either way, thanks for being here and for watching the video. Drop a like if you can't do any of those things, and let's get back to it. Now, as for the cosmetics, I love the look of this phone. I like the hard square edges, I like the look of the cameras on the back, and I just like the overall feel of this thing. Now, I personally think that this is probably going to be the best smartphone out of all these, but I actually think that we might have a better one. So we're going to look at that one first. It's the TCL Ion V. Now, I wanted to take a look at this phone before the BlueView 5 for a few reasons. First one being is it's on Straight Talk, and Straight Talk works on Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. The other reason is it has more processing power. This phone runs on a MediaTek Helio G25 processor, which is stronger than that of the BlueView 5, which is a MediaTek A22 processor. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a better phone. One thing's for sure, I love the shape of this battery because, man, it's nostalgic. It looks like the battery I used to put into my Samsung Galaxy J7V. Only trick is opening these things. Jeez. But the back battery cover is absolutely beautiful, and it makes a cool noise when you rub it with your fingernail. Oh yeah. I know I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I gotta say it again. It's very impressive that these are manufactured at such a low cost that Walmart can sell these at $30. You know, that's not even the wholesale price. That's just what they're being sold to the consumers at. Wait. This comes with a SIM card. Okay, we'll just leave it there. Gotta tell you, I'm interested to see how this runs. Got a better processor, but is it better than the BlueView 5? Well, I guess you'll have to keep watching. Oh, the best part? Yes. Oh yeah, that back camera, 8 megapixels. So same as the BlueView 5. Also, it's interesting that based on everything I've read, this is going to be higher performance. So, okay, literally right off the bat, this is not snappy at all. It's got a delay every time I swipe on the screen. It's definitely not as responsive as the BlueView 5. So it's lightweight, light as a feather. So not always a bad thing, but yeah, even when I do a search on Google, like if we go to Google right here and go to search something, look, the keyboard doesn't even pop up for a few seconds. There's a delay. We search funny, and it's pretty slow. And it's not the internet, because I've done the same thing with the BlueView 5, and the BlueView 5 is a bit more snappier, and I could do an internet search quicker. So definitely not the determining factor, but just to show you the quick specs here, this is running a MediaTek Helio G25. The BlueView 5 is running a A22 chipset. So very similar, but the good news is that you could download Geometry Dash. But look how slow it is. A simple app like that, like Geometry Dash, shouldn't take this long. So while we're waiting, let's take some photos. Whoa, actually, that's a fantastic camera. Looks great. I don't even need to upload the photo to this video. You can see that it does pretty good. So let's see the gameplay of Geometry Dash. Of course, this is a determining factor in the performance of a phone, right? Per usual, I gotta ask you guys, who plays Geometry Dash? If you play Geometry Dash, don't hide. Comment below. Come on. I know you're watching. I know that this video brought you here. Come on. As for the download speeds of Call of Duty Mobile, pending 0%. And, oh, 1%. Okay. 1%. Oh, 2%. Fantastic. Yeah, we're not waiting for that. I'll show you guys. The BlueView 5 it just seems snappier. And it's crazy because the CPU in this phone is octa-core, and the BlueView 5, this one right here, is quad-core. So it is odd that this phone is higher performing than a phone that has higher specs. I don't know. It's just weird to me. So in the end, I feel like this phone feels the snappiest. I mean, look, I was able to download all of these applications. Now, I actually didn't even set up the new BlueView 5 because I already had this one set up from my Family Dollar video. The only difference is the carriers. Everything else is the exact same. But just to show you guys the specs, this is running Android 14, the newest operating system of Android. And you'll be glad to hear, similar to the TCL, it's got a high quality 8 megapixel back camera. I mean, look at the clarity on my face. Who wouldn't want a camera this high quality? Unlike most of the other phones, it was capable of gaming. And when I say capable of gaming, I mean, I was actually able to download the games in under 2 hours. Again, this is not a primary determinant of if you should get a phone or not, but this was able to download games at a much higher rate. Of course, this is not a perfect phone. We're talking about phones that are under $30. You know what I'm saying? This one's on Family Mobile. Again, Family Mobile uses T-Mobile cell phone towers. Straight Talk, they use a mix of all cell phone towers, so you can bring your phone from most carriers over to Straight Talk. But as for this phone itself, like, I'm playing Call of Duty online. Like, I'm doing all right. I just took first place, man. And the phone's capable of doing that. Oh, by the way, if you play Call of Duty Mobile, my username's JohnZoid. You should request me. So are Walmart smartphones worth it for $30? I would say sure. They're worth it if you need a $30 smartphone and a cheap phone plan. If you like flip phones, this is a great option. And if you've used Boost Mobile previously and you're confident in it, then the bounce isn't horrible. But you're not going to be using this as like a hardcore daily driver, guys. In my opinion, these are like, okay, we need a temporary fix phone solutions. So if you guys liked the video, you thought this was fun, entertaining, and you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe because I release 1 to 2 videos every single week similar to this. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.